On a quiet Saturday afternoon, the Houston Rockets suddenly announced of nowhere that they were going to part ways with the center in Demarcus Cousins, who has been replacing the injured star in Christian Wood. This was because the Rockets stated that they wanted to go smaller and younger in the front court with Christian Wood rather than Cousins, who is 30 years old now and is not the same player he once was after 2 major injuries. So what does this mean for Cousins, where he is parting ways again with John Wall, who was his former teammate from the University of Kentucky and a very good friend of his? Let's find out. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy C3 back with a lit video, because you know I only drop the best content around here. Hope you guys are having a great week so far, and of course, I got a video for you guys to end off your week on, so hope you guys enjoy it. As usual, before I start the video, please show some love and hit the like and subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos in the future. And I literally tried to edit this video as quick as possible after I heard the news. I appreciate it if you did, and other than that, let's get straight into today's video. Demarcus Cousins used to be one of the most dominant big men even in college at the University of Kentucky, where he led the D1 team alongside John Wall. He was just as good when he entered the league, where he made an instant impact on the Sacramento Kings. He was versatile, dominant in the paint, and just a force to be reckoned with, and in his last years in Sacramento, he developed his 3-point shot, which made him absolutely unguardable. But Cousins became one of the unluckiest players in the NBA and tore his Achilles with his time on the Pelicans, and after recovering from that and having a brief stint with the Warriors, he joined the Lakers, where he proceeded to tear his anterior cruciate ligament and lose another year in his prime, which breaks my heart to see, because he has not been the same player ever since and is just a former shell of himself now, compared to the Cousins we know of on the Kings. At the end of November though, the Rockets decided to give him a chance and signed him to a 1-year deal, where he came off the bench with average but solid stats of 9.6 points, 7.6 rebounds, 2.4 assists, and 0.7 blocks a game. It's nothing special, but you have to factor in Cousins having to coming off the bench and adjusting to the Rockets system, and recently he had to cover the injured Christian Wood in the past couple games. With so many factors, Cousins honestly did well because he was coming off from 2 major injuries. Well, today at the time of recording though, on Saturday, the Rockets just reported they want to move on from Cousins and build off from Christian Wood, as I said before. In their own words, they are looking for a smaller and younger front court, which meant that the Rockets were committing to small ball. As a result, this is why they decided to part ways with Cousins, which will most likely result in a buyout and Cousins becoming a free agent on the market. This brings into the question, of course, what's Cousins' next destination? And honestly, he actually has a lot of choices. Many teams are interested in him, but based on a recent report, the Lakers are the most interested in him out of all the teams. This honestly makes sense for the Lakers to reunite with Cousins, since Anthony Davis is out for 3 to 4 weeks with a calf strain injury, and as a result, they need someone to fill that spot and add depth to the front court. They only have Gasol and Hero right now, where Gasol is playing pretty bad, considering that he is 36 years old and probably going to retire within a year or two, with stats of 4.3 points, 4.2 rebounds, 1.9 assists, and 1.2 blocks, which is way below the NBA average player stats. On the other hand, Hero has been solid with his limited minutes off the bench, but Hero is undersized for his position at 6'7", which poses a major problem on defense against bigs like Joel Embiid or Nikola Jokic. As a result, Cousins would definitely have an impact on the Lakers during this time and be somewhat of an upgrade to Gasol and give Frank Vogel more options. In advanced stats, Cousins is a lot more useful offensively than Gasol, but Gasol's defensive rating is slightly higher, so honestly for Lakers fans, it'll be a solid signing, but don't expect too much from him. Another team that could use Cousins is his former team in the Golden State Warriors. He can return to Golden State and make an instant impact, since Looney is currently injured right now and doesn't make much of an impact honestly, and Wiseman is also injured too, but even when he's healthy, he'll most likely be coming off the bench. This is because back when Wiseman was in the starting lineup, the Warriors had one of the worst ratings with Wiseman starting, and Wiseman still needs to mature and develop parts of his game. So Cousins will most likely start for this Warriors team, which lacks even more depth than the Lakers. As a result, he would play a big role too on the Warriors, with him guaranteed to start, unlike on the Lakers, and it's just overall good fit since he's already played with Curry, Thompson, and Green in the past and has that chemistry with them. He's also been coached by Kerr, so he understands his role and he already knows the plays of the team, which definitely makes it another potential destination for Cousins. Finally, the last potential destination that could use Cousins is last year's NBA Eastern Conference finalist in the Miami Heat. The Heat have been struggling this year, as I mentioned in my previous video, due to COVID protocols and injuries, which have made them seated at the 10th seed currently. They also have not been playing even close as well as they did in the bubble, and consequently, by signing Demarcus Cousins, it will help them drastically. The first major reason is that the Heat are so constantly short on players due to injuries, and therefore, Cousins will be protecting the paint and be a potential scorer for them. Also, similar to the Warriors, the Heat need better players in the front court since Olynyk just hasn't been that well of a fit with the other Heat players. But what do you guys think? Do you guys believe Cousins will be going to the Lakers, Warriors, Heat, or somewhere else, and will be making an impact on his desired team? Let me know in the comment section below about your guys' thoughts. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, so hit the like and subscribe button if you did. And until next time, AC3 out!